Hey DCUO, Srone here from SroneCorpsGaming. Today, as requested, I'm bringing you a quick guide on rage tanking. I've come across some rage tanks that have been either missing their rage crash, not sure of loadouts to use, or just don't quite understand how to use the power. So I was asked to give some insight on how I rage tank. So hopefully this video will answer all of your questions. As always, if there's something I do not cover and you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments and I will get to them as soon as possible. Alright, now let's get into gear. I am full 94 mixed with Imperial Insect and Insect Colonist. Now in my reds I have Dominance Precision 6. In my blues I am using Dominance and Health 6. In my hands, the tactical mod that I'm using is max damage. Just wanted to put something in there since I don't use any shields. I'd rather use that to at least boost my damage a little bit more. Now with my feet I have Deadly Block. Your block counter causes additional damage equal to 25% of your precision. Dominance and Health 6 in my rings. Dominance and Power 6 in my legs, and in my chest I'm using Quick Healing, which gains an additional 10% bonus to healing received. In my back, Breakout Protection gains 700 defense and toughness for 4 seconds after using the breakout ability. So when you're getting juggled, you hit breakout, you're getting 700 defense and toughness for 4 seconds, at least to help you redeem yourself and get back on your feet while you're still getting attacked. Neck, Fortified Blocking. You might want to get this as a tank. You gain 41,355 defense and toughness while blocking. You also prevent up to 80% of incoming damage. So this is something as a tank you would definitely want. My weapon that I'm using is martial arts absorption adapter. While I'm using my weapon attack, I have a chance to activate a shield that reduces 75% of my damage until 2,864 damage is prevented. Use this every 60 seconds. So again, another thing that's pretty nice to have. The sockets, honestly, a preference base. Now I prefer to use this. Whatever you decide to go with is completely up to you. Now let's go into my utility belt. I have Orbital Strike. I have the Conflicted Warden's Battle Trinket, which gives me 1,465 health for 20 seconds. This particular trinket, you can use whatever trinket you want. I just use this because I like the fact that it's giving me health. It's more survivability for me. I have my soldiers, and now also have my supply drop. 50% damage bonus for 8 seconds. Now it also get your power back, your heals back. It also helps the group, so if you pop it, if you're going to see especially DPSs running towards it just to get that damage bonus. I'm also using the personal dampening field, which absorbs 100% of the damage for 6 seconds. Now I use this because when I come out of rage crash, sometimes there's about a good gap, which is about 6 seconds, that I can't really pop anything. Sometimes I won't be able to block because I'm getting juggled. Using this protects me for the 6 seconds that I won't be able to use severe punishment, which is going into my rage mode. So after that, I'm straight into my rage mode, and I'm back in action. Now let's look at my stats. Health is 13,224. I have power 3,001, defense 12,008. Now these stats are all based on, of course, my skill points and the way I mod my gear. Now if you balance everything the right way and according to how you play, this is with any tank, you'll be absolutely fine. My dominance is 2928, resto 2638, toughness 220, my combat rating is 108. So this is what's helping me to stay alive when I'm raiding. Whether I'm actually in a raid, alert, at doing particularly anything in the game that requires tanking, these particular stats are going to help me stay alive. Now, some people would probably want a little more dominance, some would want more health. Also, depending on which tank role you are, you would want to have maybe a little more resto, a little more defense, a little more dominance. It all depends on what you're doing and the power that you are. But with whatever tank role you decide to go, make sure you learn it, you understand it, and you mod yourself to that fits your playstyle, but also for the tank power you chose. When it comes down to rage tank, there are numerous possibilities that you can do when putting the right loadout together. When building a loadout, you need to know the basics. That's your immunities, your pulls, your rage dampener, and your rage cancelers. Knowing this will increase your survivability. In each loadout, I feel you should have at least a pull, rage mode, dampener, and canceller, and a breakout, and a move of your choice. The other abilities will work towards keeping you alive, but the last one defines you and makes you different from all of the other tanks. This can be a shield, this can be a pet. Whatever you decide to have in this particular spot is your spin on it. You got to make sure that you have something that defines you and makes you happy to have on your loadout. Not just because it's the best power to use or because someone else is using it, but makes you different. Ragebringer is a cone pull which you receive health from a portion of the damage dealt. I use this to help me keep my health up because it's a quick move that you can constantly hit. It pulls multiple targets, but every time you do it, you're getting a small amount of health back. So if you're constantly doing that, the healers are healing you, you're saving yourself and keeping your health sustained on your own, but you have the little backup that you need from the rest of the team as well. Eviscerating chains. It's a single target pull. Also your rage canceller. Have an ad attacking your team. Rage crash is coming. You need to pull the ad and save yourself. This is what will help you get the job done. Because now you just pulled the ad that was attacking your team. You also canceled your rage crash. You're alive. So instead of trying to figure out what's going on and just standing there, this will help you.
Severe punishment gives you a 10% control resistance and a 10% health boost. It also puts you into rage mode, healing back all damage taken for 8 seconds, until you suffer what is called a rage crash. Rage crash gives back all the damage that you were healing yourself for back instantly. unless you hit what is called a rage canceler. I'm using eviscerating chains, but if I time it right, when I'm about to rage crash, I can completely ignore all the damage.
Violence. This puts a small dot on your target. It could be precision or might base, but I also feel that with you putting that dot being the tank, it helps you get the ad back. So they'll probably go hit somebody and then come back to you. This is also your rage dampener. If this is active when you suffer rage crash, you will take half of the damage if you don't hit your rage canceler. So keep that in mind. Without mercy. AoE 360 pull, you receive health for the portion of the damage dealt. This is also a knockup. So if it adds around you, and for example in Lockdown, you know how some tanks like to stand on top of the artifact or real close to the artifact, if you hit this or violence, it'll knock them up, so that'll be less time that the ad is focusing on trying to activate the artifact. Ire. This is immunity for you and 7 teammates. It removes control debuffs and instantly heals you. It's a great move if you're on your back, getting juggled, can't hit your negator. Hitting this will get you back on your feet and help you go into the next step of you surviving. Now, as I was stating before, here's how some of the moves interact with each other. Here's your violence. As you can see, they all have a nice little dot, little tick going towards them, and you have an aura around yourself as well. You have your cone pull. Your AoE 360 pull and knock up. Your single target, which stuns if you finish the combo. That's the regular move. And now here's the combo. If you miss your rage crash, you accidentally hit your canceler too early, and now you're stuck and don't know what to do, and you know you're about to receive all the damage back that you were protecting yourself from with severe punishment, just block. They feel that because their health is so high, their defense is so strong, their dominance is so ridiculously overpowered in their opinion, they don't need to block. But it helps a lot when you know when to block, especially with the fact that most of the bosses and ads are using PvP mechanics. You can knock them down, you can stun them. There's a lot of things that you can do. Now, when blocking, you will still take a good amount of damage, but you will take less because you boost your defense and your health just for blocking. Now, if you're using the tactical mod Fortify blocking, this helps even more because it boosts your chance to protect yourself. Now, this also works with your dampener. If you hit your dampener and you're rage mode at the same time, but accidentally again hit your canceler too early, this will increase your survivability because you will take half the damage due to the fact that you have your dampener on, and then take a little less because you're blocking and you have fortified blocking and your healers are healing. So these things help a lot. Now, if you're going to suffer rage crash, you're getting juggled and you can't do anything about it, let your team know. Letting your team know can save you and the group at the same time. The healer can pop a little more heals, the stronger ones that they were saving. Someone can get ready for that stun, like if you died, the ad is about to run and try to maybe attack the healer, troller, DPS, whoever. Someone can stun them and then possibly get ready for a pickup. Shields could get popped, superchargers can get activated. There's a lot of things that can happen in the matter of 2 seconds. You don't know what the bosses or the ads are going to try to do. Now, if someone in your group is getting attacked and their health is moving, pay attention. Knowing what is happening around you and what's happening to your group can save numerous wipes. You won't need to go through it too much if you're paying attention to that, because if someone's health is dropping, that means there's a ad that could be hitting them. Or yes, they can be standing in AoE, which is absolutely their fault. But if you know what's going on, you'll be able to take control of the situation a little bit better and protect your team and stop whatever it is that is attacking you. Another thing, when it comes to pickups, if someone goes down and is being picked up, your immunity helps. For example, I'm using Ire. Now, when they get halfway on the cog, pop your immunity to give them extra protection. So most things don't realize that, but knowing this, and hopefully that if you didn't know, you know now, and can help you in the long run. The protection of your team makes you a way better tank. Keep that in mind. Alright, so now rage mode. In order to explain this better, I'm going to explain it as big circle and small circle. If you go back into rage mode, you notice that the circle is pretty big, so it's noticeable. What a lot of people don't realize is when you hit your negator, there's a smaller circle that appears above your head. That circle has to finish after your rage mode. It'll look something like this. Here's the bigger circle, and while that circle is going off, you want to pop this one so that when the big circle finishes, the small one should be finishing in the next 2 or 3 seconds.